Hey guys, it's Antony from Just Keep It Fresh. In this video, we're going to talk to you about why PPF is better than ceramic coating. And in the next video, we'll talk about why ceramic coating is better than PPF. But for those of you who are interested in the difference between PPF and ceramic coating, this is the video for you. So why should you choose PPF over ceramic coating? Now, first of all, you have to know the difference between what PPF is and what ceramic coating is, and what the difference between them two are. So if you are looking at PPF, what you're more looking at is the physical aspect of things, and ceramic coating more the environmental aspect of things. So what do I mean by that? This car is ceramic coated and this car is paint protection film applied, so PPF applied. If you can't see a difference between the two, that's very normal because you're not supposed to see if anything is on them. That's what ceramic coating is there. It's an invisible sort of a protection, and also paint protection film is also an invisible sort of protection. And that's where the common grounds align, and that is all it is. There's nothing else that is similar from this point onward. Everything else is going to be completely different, and that's what separates the two products. Again, I was talking about environmental sort of a contamination repellent on this sort of a coating aspect of things. So for example, if you are a person who parks your car at home all the time, you don't travel too much, you just drive from home to work and work back to home, your occasional grocery shopping, and you wash the car by yourself, ceramic coating might be a very good option for you. And I'm going to keep it at that. But if you have a car that you're driving a lot and you want to keep the value, you want to keep the look of the car, you're scared of the physical appearance of it getting physically damaged, you see how I'm using the word physical because it's physical aspect, then paint protection film might be the solution for you. So what does paint protection film help? First of all, it helps in physical scratches, rock chips, anything that can damage your paint physically, anything that can chip off your paint, anything that would be able to cut through your paint, paint protection will be able to be there to protect your car. Now, as the years go by, so does the technology starts to advance, right? And so paint protection film technology has also improved a lot throughout the past 5 years. Depending on which brand you go with, we use Steck. There's a lot of other brands out there. You have 3M, you have Suntech, you have Expel. They all have very, very similar products, but the end result is just a bit different depending on the thickness of the paint protection film, the functions of the paint protection film, and also the look, so the final product of the paint protection film. So we personally use Steck because it has one of the thickest film out there on the market. It also has the functions, as I said, technology has been advancing throughout the years. They have the technology of self-healing, so if it does get scratched under the sun or under any sort of heat, hot water, it can self-heal. It also has hydrophobic functions because it has a coating pre-applied onto the film itself, which is awesome. So you get that hydrophobicness of the film, and also the finish of the product is absolutely amazing. So I can actually see the car over here and it looks like there's nothing applied. Sometimes with film, you'll be able to see, we call it orange peel on the actual film itself. With this one, it is so smooth. You can't even tell that there's a film on there. If you touch it, it is just as smooth as the actual paint. Now the cool thing is me touching this does not scratch the paint. That's really, really cool. So that is pretty much what the product is. Now, if you're a type of person who, you want to spend a lot of money in protecting your car, so you've optioned in for paint protection film, but you also want to change the look of it, then we also have a solution for you. Have a look at the car over there. As I said, if you're the type of person who wants to change the look of a car, this is the way to go. So the finish of a paint protection film can vary depending on what type of film you go with. So the one that we saw before was gloss, so it looks completely stock. This one is different. This is called the Steck Dyno Matte. So the Dyno Matte series makes your paint look matte. That's it. Now, if you go with other brands, they all have their matte series of, or matte versions of their product. But this in particular is the matte version of Steck. It's also 8mm thick, so one of the thickest on the market as well. Also has self-healing functions and also has that pre-coated finish or pre-coated surface as well. So it makes it much easier to wash and maintain. But the biggest thing that this has over the others is that it changes the look of the car. So if you're like this customer, you got a Model 3 and you know that there's so many Model 3s on the road, you can change it up a little, style it up to look like this. So how do we actually apply these paint protection film? How do we cut up the film to be applied onto the surface of the car? I'm gonna take you to a room where all the magic happens. Okay guys, so this room is where all the magic happens. This is our cutting and plotting room. As the name suggests, this is where we cut our films, PPF, and this is where we plot our films. Now, if you're wondering what's the difference between cutting and plotting, and what is it in the first place, this is where we cut the film for the PPF. Now, what bulking is and what plotting is, there's two. When you go into the PPF scene, you're gonna hear a lot of bulking and a lot of plotting. So what bulking really is that the installer for your PPF, they bulk the film, cut a big piece of film, and then they match it to your door, and then they basically apply the film on the door and then cut down the size of the film to get that door PPF installed. So that's what bulking is. Now, there's also something called plotting. So plotting is by using a machine like this, which is a plotter machine, to through software with templates to cut out a proper template that fits exactly on the car. So one is a big sheet of paper or big sheet of film where we apply onto your panel and we size it down to make it fit. And the other one is it's already pre-cut and it's ready to go on immediately. Now there's pros and cons of both. So the pros of bulking is that you can get more coverage onto the film because you have control of where you want the film to be and how far or how much film you want left on the actual panel and where you want to, bring the film in or align it, okay? Cons of bulking though is that a lot of it requires knife, and the skills is really the biggest thing. So if your installer is not good with knife work, then they might scratch your paint while they're doing it and cut into the paint, and that's not good. Most of it's non-repairable. What's good about plotting is that it's easy, it's more efficient, it's already done. What's bad about templates and plotting? Very simple, you don't get that coverage. Most people don't really even worry about that. So ask your installer what they do and what suits you best. We, for example, we do both. We bulk some parts because we want more coverage on some parts, and we plot some parts. So we bulk the hood of a car, and then we might plot the bumper of a car because bumpers are harder to hand cut. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you the two films that we have. Now, we have many rolls of film, as you can see on the floor over there and behind us. And these are the two films that we use. Most, actually. So this one's the matte. As you can see under the light, it has a matte finish. You don't see much reflection to it. And then over here, we have the beautiful glossy finish. Most customers go for the glossy because they want to do the full front paint protection film to have that coverage on the front of their car so that they don't get rock chips. And that's probably what I would probably recommend customers. If you want to get into the PPF scene, if you want to really just try it out, the best value for money is get the full front of your car done. It will protect the front of your car and then ceramic coat the back. Number one, you're getting the best value for money and you're not breaking your bank. If you want to use the matte finish, then it is always better to just wrap the whole car matte with the matte. You can't do full front matte and then back is gloss because that's gonna look a bit weird. Now, everyone has a vision of how their car's gonna look and how they want their car to be. It's just about getting there. Remember to ask your installer whether their methods are the method that you want applied onto your car. But there are also some times where there's going to be restrictions. For example, we had a customer who wanted to get their Isuzu MUX full car paint protection film done in the matte color, which is the one just down over there. It's looking really good right now, but there's actually no templates for it. It's just the market's not big enough for people to even design templates for that car. So we actually had to hand cut and bulk the whole entire car. just so that we have the skills and the knowledge on doing that, because we've done it so many times before. But if your installer that you're talking to doesn't have that experience, then I highly recommend you to deter away from that installer and find someone who does know, because they might end up damaging your car and then doing the opposite of what you want to do, which is to protect it in the first place. Now, if you have any questions regarding what we said today, ceramic coating wise, paint protection film wise, how we install, whatnot, I'm happy for you to ask us those questions. Just give us a comment below or message us on our Facebook Messenger or give us a call, and we're only one phone call away. And remember guys, just keep it fresh.